Good morning, good morning. It is What to Wear Wednesdays. You know who it is, the cat in the hat, your resident fly guy, your chief architect, Michael Andrew of StarArchitects.com. It'll help you redesign your frame of mind when it comes to the styling thing. Today, we're going to be talking about what to wear when it comes to spring fabrics for your pants. The reason we're going to have this conversation is because a lot of guys, like I made mention yesterday on Taylor Thought Tuesday, they are transitioning and they forget to transition. So a lot of guys are just jumping straight from winter to like spring and summer. So as the seasons change and as the weather is becoming progressively warmer, quicker, a lot of guys are still saying, "Oh, I'm either gonna wear my winter clothes and be hot and be uncomfortable and be sweaty because everything is very insulated, everything is very close to the body without providing any ventilation," or they jump straight to summer and say, "I'm just gonna be cold in the morning and I'll thug it out because I can hop in my car and go straight to the office or go straight to the gym, straight to the social occasion, or just stay in my house until that whole situation happens." And so what happens is you never really are quite comfortable, and that's because you haven't transitioned yet. And like we were talking about yesterday as well as Monday, when it comes to the bearable lightness of being, you want to make sure that your clothing is not too heavy, it's not too weighed down, especially when it comes to the spring, because you're going to potentially be layering those different types of things that can be removed or can be added on to while still maintaining a certain level of aeration, ventilation for your movements. So just some good fabrics for you to wear when it comes to the spring. A twill, a great twill fabric. Twill is what denim is made out of, but you can do a twill cotton khaki. I have some on right now. As you can see, these are lighter weight um, cotton twill trousers. You can do a wool twill. It's not really done very much though, because it's not as durable. But a cotton twill trouser, cotton gabardines or gabardines if you're going to be dressed up. And again, you don't have to do business. You can do business in gabardine, but this needs to be more of a casual business if you're going to be in that space. But again, the gabardine, the way that it's twisted, still has a very it still has a very elegant space to it, but it's not over the top. It's not going to be overbearing when it comes to the drape and when it comes to the weight of that of the wearer. And so you can have on a three piece. Again, three pieces are always well when it comes to suits because you have insulation, but the pants will move well, they'll drape well, and they'll still be cool enough to allow for you to move throughout the day while still maintaining a certain level of insulation. Again, if you are going to be wearing linen, you can wear linen in the spring, but you need to pay attention to weights. You can wear wools in the spring. You need to pay attention to the weights because of how the weights are gonna go. If you're wearing linen, if it's too light, which is what most guys wear, they wear it as a very light fabric, then it's not going to do the necessary business of keeping you warm. But if you wear a heavier linen, I had a friend who wore linen that was almost the weight of canvas, so it was very very heavy. It was he actually had some that was the weight of denim. We weighed them and they were the same weight. And so that was a heavier denim. It still had the same properties as linen, but it would wrinkle, it would move a little bit better. And so he preferred wearing denim in actually the wintertime as well as the springtime. So you can do that. If you're gonna wear wool, make sure that's a high twist wool. That way you are still going to have the drape that you need and the movement that you need with the wool, but it won't be so light that that it's not going to be beneficial in keeping you insulated when it needs to. And that's the great thing about high twist or quality fabric, when you're wearing quality fabric, it does dual duty. It will keep you warm, and it'll also allow for wind to move so that you stay cool when you're moving. And there's nothing more important than that when it comes to the springtime, because again, it's all about the transition. So you should have transitional fabric. So I'm gonna leave you with that quick video today. Hope that is something that you can try on to see how it fits you. Question of the day: what fabrics are you purchasing when it comes to your pants? Are you even thinking about making those purchases when you're getting your pants? Because a lot of guys may not be. And if not, how are you going to begin moving when you are making those purchases? Be strategic about your style so that you're not spending a lot of money, you're not wasting a lot of time or a lot of energy sweating out here in the streets, or making sure that you are trying to fit into a space when you should be transitioning. It's definitely better to make sure that your textiles transition, your pieces transition, and your mind is transitioning as you're moving into spring and giving life to something new. So I'm gonna leave you with that. Please leave me some comments in the comment box. If you have some questions, please give this a thumbs up if you found this information intriguing, inspirational, or informational. And please make sure that you subscribe if you're feeling the vibe. I mean, you're here every day. You should make sure that you're subscribed so you can get these notifications. And lastly, don't ever forget that dress is nothing more than the expression of a man's state of mind. So you should always dress to express. I'll see you tomorrow. Peace.